So, I understand I have not posted in a good amount of time, but I got a new stand for my phone, and I happen to have gotten a new phone, so it's better camera quality, hopefully. I'm so sorry for not posting. It was a lot of lack of motivation, and I just wasn't enjoying art. But you know, we're back, and it's gonna be better than ever. And today, we are going to be designing a cover for the front of here. I wanted to show my design ideas for the front of my sketchbook. So I was going with, at first, like a princess. It was like fading off into flowers. All that I really knew is that I wanted this color palette because I love it. I love it so much. But then I stumbled across some Among Us fan arts on Pinterest, and you know, they just called to me. And so this is what we're going with because I love it. I love it so much, and we can still involve flowers. And I just want to draw a really cool robot, and I'm going to paint it on the front. And yeah, let's see how this goes, because I honestly don't know how it's going to go. So yeah, let's get into it. Woo! Let's just get into it. Now we're going to transfer to me on recording because I would like to just focus on actually drawing this. So yeah, I guess I'll just continue talking about this when I'm there. Hello, so I kind of forget how to talk about what I'm doing in these videos. So, don't be surprised if this is like really scrambly and weird. Anyway, at this point in the video, I decided to use a white colored pencil that you could literally barely see in the video. So that's why this part is very, very short. But I saw Drawing with Waffles do it, and it seemed to work, so I decided to try it. It didn't work as well as it did in hers. I don't know. I didn't really know what else to sketch with, so I just decided white colored pencil, we're gonna go with that. So yeah. Oh, here we are starting. See, I'm so outdated with this. Anyway, with the color palette, I was going for the orange and blue complementary color type thing because, oh my goodness, I love it so much. I think it's my favorite complementary color scheme. I don't know what it is about it, but it's so pretty to me. So, I also just went down with this white underpainting because I thought that would make it easier for the colors to show up on the black. Like, instead of just a black canvas, it would like make the colors be like more vibrant or something. I don't know what I was thinking, but I also decided to use gouache, which wasn't the best idea either because like I went on top of it and it like with the other colors, and it just picked up the white and like doled out the colors. And so, you know, the plan didn't go according to plan, but it's okay. So yeah, I guess I'll just talk about kind of how I got to this like cover idea. So I was just kind of looking through Pinterest, and I found like a bunch of these like Among Us fan arts. I don't know if I already said this in the intro. Well, that's too bad. So you're just gonna have to hear it twice. I found a bunch of Among Us fan arts, and I thought they were really cool. And I was like, you know, I want to draw some astronauts. And at this point, I was actually feeling like making a video, and that obviously has been rare because I haven't posted in like 6 months. Sorry about that. Anyway, I was like, well, I better get on that before I don't want to do that anymore, you know? So I like hurried and like started, and then I was like, man, like I really just want to do this cover, which now I'm realizing wasn't a great idea to do it like at this time and not like at the end of the sketchbook, because at the time of this video, like this voice recording, like some of the bottom, like near the hand, has started to like chip off, and I'm begging you guys, please help me. Like, is there any way to like protect the paint so it doesn't like chip off? Because I like take it to school, and like it's always like in the same pocket with my notebook, and like sliding the notebook in and out like has started to chip the bottom or something. I don't know how to like fix it. I'm like rambling. Anyway, this whole first coat, like anytime that I paint, I always have this ugly stage. Like when I say ugly, I mean ugly. Like it's ugly. So this was that stage. I literally almost gave up on it, but the only thing making me keep going was the fact that I literally can't give up on it because I've already worked in this sketchbook, and so I have to use this sketchbook. Like, it's happening. It has to happen. So I had to continue. Obviously, it was the colors that were not doing it for me. Like, I think I just need to practice more with colors in my sketchbook. Maybe that will be like my next video. I don't know. You know, the world is my oyster. We'll see. It'll be a surprise. But I was just really trying to like get the feel for the colors here, and it was not working. And I literally almost gave up. And when I brought it to school the next day, I literally covered it with a piece of paper because first of all, I didn't want it to chip already, but I also like didn't want anyone to see it like that. That's besides the point. Now I went over it again. This is probably my second session with like going in. I had decided like, all right, it's time to pursue. Like I am feeling awful. Like I just don't want to do this anymore. But I was like, you know what? Just darken up the colors. Add some more contrast. And so that's what I was doing here. But also, the way that the gouache was, I had to keep on, like, using the paint, like, literally straight from the tube. Literally straight from the tube. And so, that was a little bit of a struggle. Because I had to literally, like, glob paint on. And maybe that's why it's cracking. Maybe it's because the paint had literally no water in it. That's also an issue for another day. Anyway, during this second coat, I thought I had finally begun to like get better with like the darker colors, but then I had this like idea. I love subsurface scattering, like the way that works and stuff. So I really wanted to add like that red like around where the lighting kind of stopped. Yeah, that goes away because I just don't know how to show it that well. Like it looks pretty in real life because like, like God made that lighting and it is so beautiful. But like, I don't even know. Like it just was not working, so I gave up on that pretty quickly. Oh my gosh, also a lot with this was I literally kept getting in the way of the camera. So I'm literally like watching this as I'm like filming or getting this like voiceover or whatever. And like I see my hair, I see my head, like I need to go back and fix it again because even during the editing stage, like I did not catch it all. It was that bad. Yeah, I'll have to figure out a different way to do it if I want to, like, I don't know, fix that for future videos. Yeah, it's okay. We'll get there someday. So actually, this is when the turning point of the painting began, I would say. I added this light blue and got rid of the pink, and it really, like, I don't know, it helped, like, bring it together, in my opinion, because I was kind of struggling to find, like, that, I don't even know, it wasn't, the colors weren't working. And then I decided it would be a blue piece with an orange accent, and that's how that went. And it made it so much better. Oh my gosh, it made it so much better, guys. I'm not even gonna lie. Also, don't mind that thing at the middle of the astronaut's chest right now. Please don't mind that. I fix it. I was planning on doing something, like, if you look at the planning at the beginning of the video, the plan was to have these, like, this box with, like, tubes coming out of it that, like, oh boy, was I stupid. But I was, like, planning on putting tubes off of, like, this mechanical box thing. I don't know, something I've seen on a lot of other Among Us fan art things, and it looked cool, but I am not talented enough to do that. So as you can see, I'm covering it up here. I think I still try to continue with it, or maybe I don't, but in the end I get rid of it because no, it was not good. See, this is what I'm talking about, the subsurface scattering. Like, it just looks so messy. Then, like, it kind of, like, breaks the... Oh my gosh, what was I doing? It's so bad. I fix it. I do, I promise. Ooh. But yeah, it just looks really messy, and it, like, doesn't go with the actual painting. It gets fixed. It's okay. on to why I wasn't posting. It was basically, in very short amount of words, burnout. Yeah, I was pushing myself too much. Literally even just making like one video a month was too much for me. And I don't know what it was, but it was just overwhelming me. And I decided, you know what? This isn't even being fun for me anymore. And I was like, I need to make a 100 subscriber special. And I was like, crap, like what do I do? And so I actually, you'll see in my sketchbook drawer once I like do it, I actually drew a whole drawing and filmed the whole process to like celebrate 100 subscribers. But I hated the drawing. I hated it so much. And that's when I was like, you know what? Burnout. And I literally went for a long period of time of just like barely drawing, little spurts of motivation where I would draw some and then I would stop, and then I would draw some and then I would stop. And I like had no motivation to make a YouTube video when I couldn't even make art on my own time. So yeah, but we're better now. I don't know what. I'm pretty sure it's my art class that actually helped it. But yeah, it's going much better now. And I'm expecting to make more videos. I just don't really know what to make them about. So if you have any suggestions, don't feel ashamed and drop them in the comment section, because I don't really know what to make videos about. So yeah. Anyway, back to the drawing. You might be wondering, why did I put 44 on the random box on his head? You might wonder. And I'm here to answer you that I have no other reason for you other than it was the easiest number to draw with a paintbrush. Literally, that was the only reason. I had planned on doing like my favorite number, but like it would be too hard to draw, and so I decided against it. It was already hard enough trying to make it look detailed, and this is on the front cover, and I was like, I just need to like get something down there so it looks detailed, but it was like, it would have been really hard to do my favorite number. So yeah. At this point I was like, man, it looks really detailed everywhere else but the front, and I didn't add that tube thing, and so I was like, I need to add something here. So I settled with a screen. It just looks like it's being reflected off of the light, or the light is like reflecting on it, because I didn't really know what else to put there. I think it looks fine. I think the perspective might be off a little bit, but it's okay. Also, what I like about this camera angle is you can also see like my workspace. Like, it's like messy, guys. Like, it's messy. Oh, also, so in the original, like when I was planning on drawing this, I had planned on doing like flowers coming off of the hand, but then I decided that would be too hard, and the way that I had already painted the paint onto it, it would not have actually looked good, and I didn't really know where to go with that. So I decided on making kind of a star thing. It kind of looks like explosive, or very like, it looks very beautiful, but I don't know. I think I like it, but the plan was to go for like delicate flowers in the beginning, and this is what we got. We got a little explosive star, but I think it's still cool. So right here, I was actually, you saw that palette knife? I was trying to add texture to the star so it like raised up in the center. It did okay, but I'm struggling to like add texture with paint. When it dries, it like flattens out, and I don't really know what to do with that. maybe it'll get fixed in the future. But yeah, I don't really know how to make the paint not flat. Also, so for the font of the letters here, I looked up on Pinterest just like futuristic fonts, and I just copied them so it looked like, I don't know, futuristic lettering, if you know what I mean. But yeah, that's kind of where I got the inspiration for that. I thought it was cool. It like kind of cut out parts of the letters, and I thought it was interesting. I'm just literally describing what you're seeing on the screen. Oh, it's great. The lettering kind of reminds me of the lettering in Dune, you know, like the movie, the movie and the books, which actually I'm planning on reading. I just need to get to it. I just actually got introduced to Dune like very recently, and it's the new Hunger Games for me. Like, I had a little Hunger Games obsession there for a little bit, and now like I just want to read Dune. It's not as like overwhelming as the Hunger Games was, but like I just want to like see how this ends. And also the movies were really, really good. Like, really good. I watched the movies and I just need to like read the books. But yeah, you know, maybe I'll do a rant on that or something in another video once I actually read the books or something. So for this back thing, I actually talked to my mom, and I was planning on doing like a splash of paint coming off of the back of the astronaut, but that didn't turn out because I was like, well, I want to have like the the binding or the spine of the sketchbook to be like its own thing, and I wanted the astronaut not to blend into the color coming out of it. I just wanted it to be like the astronaut. So she was like, what if you do like a splat of like the thing that he's holding and then have like footprints in it? And I was like, wow, that could be really cool because I could turn that into a story. So I'm just gonna brainstorm with you for a little bit, because I hadn't really actually thought of this story, but I'm just gonna go from ground zero with you guys. So like, if you think about it, this astronaut has, I don't know, we're not gonna name him right now, but he finally raised enough money, got recognized enough to, I don't know anything about astronauts, I'm realizing. He made it to the moon, but not the moon. He thought it was going to be the moon, but they actually took him to a planet that had only been discovered very recently. He was a part of a project that they didn't want anyone else knowing. It was very, like, no one knew about it. It was top secret stuff, you know? So he goes on this journey, let's see, and he sees this light coming out of a cave that is on this planet that they put him on, and he found this thing glowing in there. This isn't a strong story, but the idea is there. If anyone wants to continue the story, that's great. This is the final. Yeah, okay, so thank you so much for watching. I hope you come back for another video, which I'm going to be trying to be more consistent about. But listen, I'm just going to do this YouTube channel for fun now. So if I don't feel like making one, I don't feel like making one. That's how it's going to be. Jesus loves you. If you want to know more about that, I have stuff in the description for you to check out that way. And yeah, I have blue all over my fingers from washing my palette. Oh, I almost forgot. These are gel art stickers. That is it. I will see you next time, hopefully. And I hope you have a great day and night. Bye.